What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to another video. This is going to be a quick video on the new 2022 Subaru WRX. Let's quickly kind of talk about, well, what's new for the car, right? So it has an all brand new 2.4-liter boxer engine compared to the previous 2-liter boxer engine. The car makes a whopping 271 horsepower, 258 foot-pounds of torque, which is sort of kind of be the center of my video, guys, and we're going to talk about that a little further here. Car comes equipped with either a 6-speed manual transmission or the real exciting CVT. I've only had a chance to drive one or two cars with CVT, and I've never had a good experience. That is, I believe it's continuous variable transmission, so it doesn't actually shift. It kind of mimics shifting. I never had a good experience with a car with a CVT, especially compared to the new automatics, like new 8 speeds, 9 speeds, and 10 speeds out there. Automatic transmissions have come a long way, and I just haven't driven a CVT that I thought was engaging. Moving on to something I actually do think looks pretty good, the interior, which comes, I believe, standard with an 11.6-inch touchscreen, looks really nice. The car, ever since the previous model, really has started to like grown up, and I think personally in a positive way. Exterior looks a little weird to me. Kind of looks like one of the other Subaru models, not necessarily in a good way, like the Crosstrek or one of them cars. It's a little, I don't know, a little something. Can't quite figure it out. Subaru has not announced the MSRP on the new 2022 model, but if we look at the 2021 model MSRP of $27,495, I think it's safe to say that the new 2022 will be under 30 grand to start. So let's kind of dive right into the video, why I think horsepower matters, or at least matters enough, even though, well, so first of all, my fiance has a 2016 WRX model, black on black, 6-speed. It's great. I've driven it, so I get it. These cars, they're not built for horsepower per se. I mean, people modify them, they get pretty fast in a straight line, but it's not a straight line car. It's not a Hellcat. It's none of these other cars. It's a quote unquote rally car. It's meant for handling, and I get that, but I still think horsepower to an extent, like, if it's underpowered, it's a problem, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Now, I've had this debate with a good friend, if you're watching, Mr. Jeff Jones. We've had this argument over and over again about horsepower not being everything, and I agree with that to an extent. But let me put this in perspective for you. You just pick up your brand new 2022 WRX, you're feeling good, and these are a few vehicles you can come up to at a red light and have a problem with. A V6 Camry, a K5 GT. All these cars are just about 300 horsepower, just under 300 horsepower. You could pull up with somebody with a rental Dodge Charger, and yeah, he's pretty much going to leave you at the light. Once again, these cars are not meant for straight line performance, but horsepower does come into an effect. I mean, there's certain cars you want to make sure that you're making more power than, and cars have come a long way. I mean, a basic, almost any V6 car right now is making 300 horsepower. So if you're coming out with a performance vehicle only making 271, which, by the way, the irony is that it increased in displacement. So it's going from a 2-liter to a 2.4-liter. I couldn't find too much information. I'm assuming it's just making less boost, even though they're talking about a fatter power band, and I'm sure it does drive better. I always felt like my fiance's car came on quick, came on strong, but I felt like it didn't have the same punch all the way. It held the power to the power band, but not the same punch all the way through. So, and real quick, I'll flash this up. I don't think I'm the only one that's not quite digging the car as much as we should be. I mean, if you look at the release video from Subaru, it has almost 3,000 likes currently, with over 1,000 dislikes, which is not the best ratio for likes and dislikes. So is there a reason why Subaru isn't so concerned about horsepower? I think it's, even though I've mentioned all these other cars with more power, it's really, if I had to guess, a lack of competition. Yes, there's other cars in that price point, sort of, other turbo 4-cylinder cars, Type R, for example, that come into mind for other cars in that price point, but not a quote-unquote rally car. I mean, that really was basically the Evo that I can think of. I'm not too familiar with any other vehicles that kind of fit into that market, into that competition. Other than the Evo, which is long gone, so that just Mitsubishi in general, unfortunately, has been suffering terribly. And I actually big fan of the '90s Japanese cars. I had a 3000 GT, so unfortunately, it sucks to see Mitsubishi not really competing in these markets anymore. So, but tell me, you guys think below. Am I being unreasonable? Do you think that horsepower really has almost nothing to do with the WRX? Would you buy one? Am I wrong? Am I right? Just let me know below. Let's be reasonable. It's just a fun video, guys. I'm gonna probably have a catchy thumbnail, okay? Because I gotta get you to click the video, and I just want to have a conversation. So let's be, relax the comment section. But tell me what you think. If you like the video, smash that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I'd like to do videos on the new cars coming out in the market. I also have, I think, to my knowledge, if it matters to you, if you come across it, one of the highest mileage new generation Dodge Chargers, a Scat Pack. I'm going to be doing my 150,000 mile review video soon because I'm coming up on that milestone. Believe it or not, as I mentioned previously, I'm a big 90s Japanese car guy. I'm going to say JDM, not technically JDM. I do own a 94 Super, which will probably never be on the road. I keep saying, every time I say it's going to get on the road, it never happens. So, alright guys, like I said, quick video. We're coming up on the roughly 7 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend. Comment, like, subscribe. Later.